Welcome to No Match for a Blaster, a Star Wars role-playing podcast, Season 2, Episode 5, Fraud. I'm your host and the most special clone trooper, Edo Davis. If you're new here, No Match for a Blaster is an actual play podcast featuring the Morality Plays crew playing the Star Wars role-playing system by Fantasy Flight Games. And it's time to thank our Blasterheads of the Week, Liz Beatty, and our Nerf Herder of the Week, Heather Canfield and Rebecca. At this level, Liz, Heather, and Rebecca get access to our exclusive Patreon feed to listen to our episodes days early. And Heather and Rebecca even get to name an NPC on our show. Thanks, you three. To be our next Blasterhead or Nerf Herder of the Week, be sure to subscribe to us at patreon.com/moralityplays. To make sure you don't miss any big updates, follow us on Facebook at No Match for a Blaster or on Twitter at No Match Podcast. So, buckle your star seatbelts because we're returning to the crew of the Atheon as they're setting off on a mission to infiltrate the First Order.
Open. Moff Spozak's intelligence log. Faced with extensive repairs, the First Order has found itself in desperate need of a large quantity of specialized starship parts. In response to this need, the crew of the Atheon has planned to procure as many of the parts as their ship can hold, in order to pose as merchants to enter into their enemy's confidence. They have traveled to Yata 4 in hopes of procuring the parts they need to continue their mission. Close intelligence log.
Yeah.
That was a forgery. But really? I fixed it for them.
Well, let's see how this works out then.
Yes, I was able to make copies. I think I have a better idea of what a forgery looks like versus the real thing now.
Okay.
So, I would like to generate a form for us now.
Yep.
May I have a blue die? Because now I know what a forgery looks like.
Yeah.
Still 3 purple?
Yeah. Also know that you now have a light side point, because I spent one to do that to you.
Okay.
So, just so you guys, I don't know if you guys caught that.
I did not.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I saw.
When I said, it's a forgery, I clicked a point.
Bloop.
Nice.
4 successes.
Yep. So, yeah, you create a forgery. So, what are you making it out to be for?
We want the nano parts, correct?
Okay.
What was it? What was it called?
Yep.
Nano current relay conduits. How big are these things, Edo? Like, how many could our ship ostensibly hold?
So they come in lengths. They come in like effectively like 2x4s, like really long 2x4s.
Really long 2x4s.
Yeah. So you can fit quite a few. In your cargo hold. Like, you know how this is so silly. You know how like Next Generation they had that light that would go down the hallways.
In the Jeffries tubes?
No, like in the normal hallways. Like
yes, okay.
It's like one of those.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you set it up. You set a quantity.
Yes. So I won't. I this is my thought. S4M wants to take enough that it's a worthwhile cargo trip, but not enough that anybody would notice a decent number of these things are missing from the warehouse.
Okay.
If anybody checked, it could be maybe so few enough as it could be written off as accidental wastage, like if they got damaged in transport or something.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe 30 or 40 of them, but not a cargo hold full.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Just so you know, though, they would be not picked up from this location, be picked up from the other location.
Right.
Yeah.
From either 67 or 68.
Yes.
Well, very well, Captain. We now have the requisition for a cargo hold full of these. However, I think we should make it a point to leave for a little while and then come back and pick them up.
Alright, yeah, let's do that.
Besides, we should leave before someone realizes those 2 people are trying to steal parts.
Yeah. About
Before
that.
someone else realizes it, actually.
Well, I want to see if they do realize it, and how quickly.
Do you want to steal their ship while they're busy?
No, that's okay.
Oh, God.
I want to see if they get away with it, to know if we can get away with it.
How do we plan on destroying the rest of the parts, Captain?
Well,
I don't know. How explosive are they?
I'd imagine they're somewhat resilient. One moment, let me pull up the schematics again.
One moment. Give me a mechanics roll.
There. Difficulty?
I've got a few thermal detonators.
Give me an average. This is understanding the like mechanical engineering of it and stuff like that.
5 successes.
All right, so these are
Jeez.
like
Mechanical things, you say. I've got this.
these are like a combination of like fiber optic cordage and also they can function as breakers, kind of also, right? It's very smart wiring.
Could we turn on the sprinklers and ruin them?
So, well, if you want, you can ruin them by blowing their capacity. You could try and sabotage them by making it so they have an electrical fault within them. Kind of like if you were to, like, mess up a fuse where it doesn't know that, that it takes the wrong current or something like that.
Yes, but I'd have to sit there and change every single piece.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. That would take forever.
So yeah, you can like, that they have a maximum when it comes to energy intake, or you could try and smash a part of it. It's definitely possible.
Perhaps we should smash that Winnebago into the cargo.
They're pretty heat resistant. They're not really bash resistant because they're kind of an internal, like they're an information conduit, so they're not built like tanks or anything.
We would have to do some physical trauma to really damage a lot of them, Captain.
I mean, explosions are traumatic.
Yes, explosions are traumatic, Kamaya.
All right.
Seems like a pretty easy way to do it, right?
I mean, that's what I had in mind.
Okay. Blowing them up would work.
Great. How many of those things are there here?
I don't know.
That's fine.
I'd have to access the database in order to tell you that. I don't have current access to that information.
Alright, so we fly away for a little bit? Come back?
To either 67 or 68, Captain.
All right, let's do it.
Welcome. Hello, ship. Please identify yourself.
Oh wait, weren't we gonna see about the?
Oh, see how they go?
Yeah.
Yeah, they go in. It looks like they're able to. They have like they have like 4 hand carts of parts. It looks like what they've done is that they're each pushing 2 carts. It's very awkward, and they've put these power converters like in a circle on their little pallets, and you can, as your old law enforcement is just like they might be doing that to hide something that's in the middle of the power converters. And so far, it looks like the guy doesn't care though. They had paperwork, so.
Okay.
So if you wanted to test the security on this planet, you could push it that way. But it looks like they might get away scot-free.
Okay.
They succeeded their role.
That's good enough.
I wave at them as they get into their ship.
They stiffly wave back.
I also stiffly wave.
Aha. All right. So you leave. You go back out to atmosphere. You do some loopies.
I kind of like to send a text to Smitty.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
All right.
The comms guy that I was flirting with on the pirates. You know, pirates haven't been here in a while. I'm just kind of curious what's going on with them. I'd like to text Smitty.
It is not instantaneous messaging. So you can send a message, and then at some point we'll see what happens.
Alright, so something like, hey, it's red out. Things were crazy a few weeks ago.
How you do?
You okay?
You send that. You guys are all on the bridge, and from Kamaya's little hand comm thing, you hear the distinctive "you sent a message" sound, the whoosh. It's the sound of the beginning of the episode whenever after the intro we jump to hyperspace. That's how you send emails.
Well, that's what hers sounds. That's what hers sounds like. She just really likes the sound of a ship taking off into hyperspace. So.
All right, you can do some loopies. You know, if no one's going to ask her what she's doing, well, I'll skip back.
Get lost in traffic and come back.
Yeah.
I would like to see the forgery and know if the Atheon is what was put on the thing, like on our documentation. Does it say that we're the Atheon? Should I still identify us as the Atheon?
I assume so. Yes.
Okay.
Does
it also list our captain as Remy Turbash?
I don't think it lists a captain.
Nah.
It's just the ship's registration.
Okay.
Ship, identify yourself.
The Atheon. Got order number... bloody blah.
Bloody. Yeah. All right.
These order numbers are
your
weird.
pickup location is storage facility 68. Please proceed to that landing pad and have a wonderful day.
Thanks.
50-50, you said.
Yeah. I think we got the same guy.
You go down, and there's only, you see some much bigger ships, and this landing area is much, much bigger footprint. So you're one of the only smaller size ships in this place. And you land.
Mm-hmm.
Also, much more modern ships all around you. Like, you don't see a single ship here for pickup that is older than Kamaya. That's our unit of measure right now. Because Star Wars is terrible when it comes to unit of measure of years.
Yeah.
Before or after the Battle of Yavin?
Yeah, how many years before or after the Battle of Yavin? So you land.
Alright. So we just gotta go do this, right? I kind of like... Ooh, as we go and talk to the person, maybe we can see if there's somebody else who's supposed to be picking these same types of parts up. I'd like to find out more about who's supposed to be bringing these parts into the First Order.
Captain, I believe Kamaya is suggesting that we spy on whoever else is picking up these parts.
If somebody else was supposed to be taking these to the First Order, I kind of want to know about them.
All right.
I mean, it could help us with pretending to be them, essentially.
That's not a bad idea.
Or at least part of that group.
Okay. Let's see what we can do. See what we can find out. Everybody ready?
Let's go.
Yes, Captain.
All right. Here goes nothing. And we exit the ship.
Whee!
It's very dramatic.
As Kamaya slides down the ramp. Whee!
It was supposed to be very dramatic.
We look for someone to...
Who's got a data pad?
There's a very energetic person with a data pad.
Oh, God.
We look for someone else. No, I'm kidding.
No, not him.
Look for a bored person with a...
All right. Yeah. We go up to that person.
Well, hello there. My name is Jace. How can I be of service?
Hey, Jace. We're just here to pick up some parts.
Fantastic. Do you have all the forms?
Yeah, S4.
I will hand Jace the form.
Thank you. Just look over this real quick. Did you have a good shopping experience on Yada 1?
Excellent as always.
That's great. That is fantastic. They tell you about our our solstice sale coming up.
No, they didn't mention it.
Oh,
Which planet's solstice?
Ha!
that's a really good.
Well, there's a different type of sale depending on if Yada 1 is in solstice, Yada 2 is in solstice, Yada 3 is in solstice. Yada, yada, yada.
You asked a question that wasn't on the script. Jace is confused. All right, yeah, this all
The
looks...
funny thing about the Yada system is all of the planets go into a solstice at the same time.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense, but yada yada, whatever, it's fine.
Yada, 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 yada.
We need to also try to peek at his data pad.
This all looks very in order. Huh. Yeah, this one item, is it?
Yeah.
All right, very, very exciting.
Hey,
It is a specialty run, citizen.
it is a specialty run. I was wondering, has anybody else made this same run? There's
I can't divulge the purchase information of other
Oh
customers.
man, I was really hoping to get my buddy back. Last time he really, we got this prank war going back and forth, and man, he really got me good last time. But
Ooh. You know, I've been known for a little good old fashioned joking around.
yeah, exactly. Listen, but I don't want to impose, but man, if you could just help me out, that'd be awesome. And you know what? I'd even let you get in on it.
I'm gonna need a roll.
Sure, a charm roll.
Yeah, this sounds like charm.
How difficult?
This person is going to be a 2 purple, and I'm going to say 2 black. But you do have a force die if you want to use it.
2 purple
one
and
force
2
die.
black.
Yep.
Jeez.
This guy likes to follow company procedure.
Oh,
Employee of the
man.
month, 3 galactic standard units of time in a row.
That's right. That's why they put him on the good commissions.
Yeah.
Let's see. We only have the 1 now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to spend it, I think. So that's gonna upgrade this one.
Oh, this planet is dusty too, I see.
It's the lack of dust makes
This
Remy
lack
cough.
of dust it's a very dry planet.
He likes a good thick layer of dust coats his esophagus.
Wow.
Hey!
Okay.
1 success, 1 advantage.
It is a good thing you used that point.
I mean, over at the Star Water Cooler, they always say, that jokester, Jace, that's me. Gosh, I really shouldn't do this. Okay, so, do you know what ship your friend's gonna be on? What the order is?
I think he just got a new one.
Yeah?
So, I mean, I can't even tell you what his new ship is, What his new...
Well, I doubt he got a ship older than our friend Kamaya here.
Right, that's probably true.
So, but they're picking up these items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be too bad. There's not, I mean, we don't even get many of them anyway, so they've mostly been sitting there. Alright, sure, alright, yeah. We'll, go shoulder to shoulder with you, and then we'll go through the listings of it. You'll see there's one or two where people like order 1 or 3 or like a dozen of them, but then there's one is like, oh, interesting. It's a good thing that you actually came when you did, because it looks like that we have an order pickup for. I mean, that's weird. They've bought out our supply into the next few months. Huh. Yeah, if you had come in,
be him.
Huh?
He's been running a kind of a bigger operation. That's definitely him right there.
Like, there's even a flag here that if any of our other distribution centers have any of them, they should send them back for this order.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Wow.
Do they have others? Or
it hasn't come back yet. The order's only gone out pretty recently.
Okay,
we're the biggest place for this kind of stuff. Sometimes we send parts out. If you see all these other orders for the same kind of part, it's mostly for people to try it out, because they're still trying to. They really haven't become super popular yet.
Yeah. See.
So,
Excuse me, citizen.
yes.
Are all of these located in the same warehouse, or do we need to go to several warehouses to pick them all up?
It looks like no. Right now, this is just being held. Let me see. Yeah, your order date is too recent, so we haven't been able to partition your order over to a new place yet, apparently. So we have a stockpile of that part.
I see.
Yes. And please call me Jace.
Jace, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks. I guess I got out of character. I got to look at the name, right?
Yes.
And just like before, I guess it would be like
Captain Rutledge.
name and whatever else.
So you get the name and
System
the
or
ship.
something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the company is called Surrett's Imports,
Okay.
and the quote-unquote captain is going to be... No, let's see.
If you'd like to help us to come up with better names, subscribe to us on Patreon.
Okay, here's a terrible name. You ready for the terrible name from the name generator?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be Ty Moonrider.
Love it.
That is a terrible name.
Bad.
And when I say I love it, I mean it's terrible and I love it.
But it's
It
like
could be an alias.
Obviously, he's friends with Captain Lone Star.
maybe it's Monrider. Like
I like Monrider better. Frankly.
Yeah,
Oh,
time
yeah,
on
it probably
Rider.
is Monrider.
Monrider. Okay, Ty Monrider. All right, there you go. Your good old friend Ty.
Your buddy Ty.
The two of you used to tie one on together?
Robots don't pun.
Really? Old Republic ones do.
Oh no.
Besides, I'm a droid, not a robot.
Yeah, Ito. To be insensitive.
All right, so you know the location, you know him. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Jace. I guess we'll just head over to the warehouse and pick these up then.
Can I know what your good old fashioned prank's gonna be?
Well, I was hoping he would be here. We have this spare boot in the ship. I was gonna boot his ship, but he's not here. So
Oh,
well.
do you
I'll
know
get
when
him
he's-
next time.
Do you know if he's coming to pick it up soon?
I can check that actually real quick.
could be
Let
ready.
me check
Yeah.
that real quick.
Be ready for him.
It looks like he's due to be here actually in the next few hours.
In plot amount of time.
I spent a dark side point. He'll be here in the next few hours.
Great.
Oh, we'll get him good this time, Captain.
Hey, do me a favor. Don't mention that we were here, all right?
Okay.
Also, I would like you to try this music, citizen.
Oh my god.
Oh, thank you.
How many of those did you get?
I made copies, Captain.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't. It's not that good.
It isn't. I think it is.
Star Rooster is gonna love you.
Star Rooster.
I look forward to meeting him again. Now that I know who he is.
Star Rooster gave him a single copy of a hollow tape with a star masking tape on the side and really clumsily written on the side, like the instructions and all that. And S4 has perfectly replicated...
I've perfectly replicated the bad writing.
Yeah.
The bad handwriting. It took me a lot of time to get the bad Sharpie right.
Yeah. You did, like, it's like an inkjet printer, so you just, like, you go back and forth to make lines that compose the bad handwriting. Please, dot matrix was my mother's name. That's the nerdiest joke I've said in a while. All right. Yeah. So you can go to the warehouse area and you go in. This warehouse area is like everything. Like when I say without exception, everything is either immaculately white with that like plastic film over it so you can't get smudges on it, or so black that it looks like you're staring into a black hole. Everything has that new spaceship smell to it. And a little bit of ozone. It is silly. Yeah, if you could imagine what a Tesla factory would look like. And you can... go ahead.
I would like to note, I'm pretty sure we do actually have a boot in
absolutely.
the ship, and we could actually do that to him.
That really was my plan if he was here, but considering like the whole prank thing was just a front, and it might be better just to
note that if we wanted to.
I know. I already thought about it. Yeah. And I was like, that's why I was like, he could help. And then it'd be like, why this random guy put a boot on our, With
the picture of a starfish with two X over his, two starfish with X's over its eyes. Mm-hmm. Is on the boot.
Forgot about that part.
Yeah, it's a Killstar boot.
It's a Killstar boot.
He'll think Killstar pranked him.
The perfect dumb crime. So yeah, you go over to this area and there is this stack, this pretty big stack. I'm gonna say that there's enough there to fill your cargo hold like 2.5 times. On the grand scale, it's nowhere near enough that you can approximate to fix a Star Destroyer. But it's enough that, yeah.
It would make a dent.
It would be annoying. It's enough for them to send a person out and ask for absolutely every single one they have.
Right.
I will begin loading them, Captain.
Well, I'm sure they have people for that.
Oh. I figured that was a droid's job.
There's a stack of droids off in the corner waiting to be asked for assistance.
Excuse me. Actually... Very well. They will begin loading, Captain.
Thanks. So, you said... So we can take a little bit less than half.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just debating, I guess maybe... I'm debating if we should just destroy these ones that are left, do you think? Or... if we should destroy these, or if we should... I don't know.
Wasn't that kind of the plan?
Yeah, that was the
plan. Get rid of them?
Yeah. I guess we'll just stick to that plan.
What would be the alternative?
Well, the way Ito made it sound was like there's not really a lot of them. Almost like it wouldn't be worth it to even destroy them.
It wouldn't be enough it would be annoying to them, and they would know that someone did it. But you wouldn't. You might slow down. Like if I were being generous, I might say that you might slow down repairs by a day or two.
Right, and then we would have tipped them off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, based on what we know about this system now, we know that these things must be made on one of the other planets here, right?
Right.
Yeah, out of 2, it sounded like. Isn't that the one that was automated?
That's the one that's automated for pickup. I think.
I misunderstood.
Right. It would have to be 3 or 5. One was made. One is for making orders, and 2 was the automated pickup. 4 is where we are now. It's just distribution. And it sounded like 3 and 5 were the ones that actually created the things.
Well, Captain, if you actually wanted to do damage to the repair of their Star Destroyers, it might be best to try to get into the factory and build a flaw into them.
Right, that's what I was thinking too.
That
and then
might
hopefully,
be more time-consuming, though.
And hopefully those faulty ones would get onto more than one ship as well.
That seems likely, Captain.
Alright, then let's not tip them off just yet.
Alright, so we leave this intact. We try to figure out where the rest of them are.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sounds good.
All right. After a little less than an hour, the droids are able to. They Tetris the Atheon real well. That cargo hold is brimming.
All right.
Feels good to have a full cargo hold.
Yeah. You think you might have another hour and a half, 2 hours until your good old friend Ty shows up?
Well, like I said, we're not wanting to tip them off just yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, are we going to leave and try to...
Any other ideas of what we might could do? Like, maybe put a tracker on that ship, or...
On Ty's ship?
Any other intel we might could gain?
Putting a tracking device on the cargo that he takes would probably work.
Ooh.
I like it.
We might be able to find the location of another of the Star Destroyers, Captain.
Good idea. Let's do that. What do you need?
Parts and time.
You got an hour.
I am giving it all she's got, Captain.
All right, so
Mechanical?
So I could see 2 avenues. If you want to bug the actual thing, or you want to try and bug their ship.
I think we should actually bug the nano... I keep wanting to call them nanotubes.
The jargon
conduits.
Jargon MacGuffin. Yeah.
Yes,
the relays.
I think we
You can
should
just call them
bug
the relays.
the MacGuffin. That way, wherever they take it, we'll be able to track it. Or we could try to bug a couple. Is there time to bug more than one of them?
Depends on how you do it. If you want to put a small device on there so that when they're plugged in, they'll try and burst out information that would go over their comms and then give their location, and it's a little ugly and that kind of thing.
It's ugly and loud, but I could put it on more than one.
Yeah.
Or we could do one subtle one, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Yes. Captain, I can either create several loud devices or one subtle one. Which would you prefer?
Sorry, the loud device would work once they're installed. The one subtle one will work for the entire path.
Thinking we don't want them to know that we've been here, right? They'll know we've been here if it's a loud one.
Right. I like the one subtle one too. That would maybe give us more information.
I am concerned, Captain. If we only use one, they may send it to the Star Destroyer we already know the location of.
That's true.
But at least we would always know where that Star Destroyer is.
True. That's also true. So,
very well. I will try to make one fairly subtle device. Alright, Ado. Mechanical?
Give me... I'm going to need 2 rolls.
I think this is a leadership thing, isn't it? Yeah.
No. Give me a easy mechanical with a black die, and then a computer's average with a black die.
Easy mechanical.
Okay, so you make the device.
And now I need to program it.
Yeah, so you can't be seen by the naked eye. Now let's see how stealthy it is as far as its transmission goes.
Average computers?
Average computers with black die.
Black die, okay.
Ooh.
I have 3 successes, a threat, and a triumph.
Okay. So
they do send it to the same Star Destroyer we know the location of.
Oh, there's a triumph, though.
Okay, so you succeed. This thing is, like, unless they know about it directly and they have a full-time splice go for it, it's hard to rip this out, right?
I've integrated it into the device.
Your threat is that it is going to the one you already know about. Your triumph is that you have found a way in this one instance, and it's really hard to replicate for you, even for you. You're able to burst transmit packets of information that actually are being passed through this conduit.
Oh, nice.
This is something that even you're like, that shouldn't work that way. But you're very sure that once it's installed, that you should be able to get bursts of packets that actually go through this.
Captain, I have completed the device.
Excellent.
I think I might have outdone myself this time.
All right.
The device will not only be extremely difficult to find, but at predetermined intervals, we can send bursts of information that have gone through this conduit. If this is linked to any decently important system, we can not only constantly monitor where the Star Destroyer is, but we can also constantly monitor what information is being fed through this system. I suggest we install it in comms.
Yeah, let's do that.
The question then is, do we want to keep this and install it ourselves, or leave it in the warehouse for them to randomly put it somewhere?
Ooh.
So this device will be installed in one of the relays, is that right?
Yes, Captain.
And then the relay will then be installed into a ship.
That is likely, Captain.
Well, it sounds like all we need to do is put it in a relay and let them put it in their own ship.
That is correct, Captain, but we don't know which systems they will put it in. This is a power distribution system, so it could be power for just about any system. So do we want to leave it in the warehouse for them to find it and install it somewhere, or do we want to take it with us, masquerade as workers, and choose where to install it?
I would say let them install it. But
Very well, Captain.
That's
I
my
will
thought.
return it to them because we got one item too many.
Alright.
Or better yet, I will ask the droids to bring it back. I'm going to go try to find the warehouse droids.
Yep.
And indicate that I've left one of the pieces by the cargo ramp. There was a slight error, and we have one too many.
All right. Yep. They accept it. They
Bring it, and then they'll re-log it into inventory.
Yep. Perfect.
While he's been doing that, I feel like Hamaya probably got bored and went off and started chatting with somebody. She's just found somebody that seemed interesting and bored and has gone to hang out with someone.
Yeah, you meet a pretty affable younger kid. He's like 14. There's a whole bunch of like kind of more more gritty people around his ship, and they look like they're getting these newer parts to replace things. Like, there's no way that the people in the ship they're in is reflective of the parts that they're buying. But the 14-year-old's just kind of sitting over there, and he'll talk to you for a while, and he'll talk about, we had a colony ship, and it came over here, and, we had this kind of... Turns out that the planet that we landed on has this rare mineral or gas or gaseous mineral, and so we got enough money, so now we're retrofitting all these new parts onto our ships, and it's just the most boring thing.
Tell me about it. This stuff takes forever.
And he hates it. But apparently...
At least it doesn't smell like Nerf.
Apparently, the fart smell is because there's, this low-level, sulfuric activity under the surface, and it aerosolizes this rare mineral, so you can actually, It's... yeah. Give me a... Oh, gosh, I don't think you'd know this at all. I need, a science from you, Bobby.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'm so great at
Is
science.
Is science a thing in this?
I'm assuming it's intelligence, and I don't have any knowledges.
Is science a thing here?
Or intellect.
This is a
Not
fantasy,
so much,
this is a
actually.
fantasy universe.
How about education?
Yeah, give me... give me education.
An education check? Sure, what's my difficulty?
Difficulty's 3 and a black die.
Okay. Let's just see. That's a failure.
Nope. He's explaining this, you get kind of bored. We're talking about this...
Alright, well, that's cool.
Alright.
Well, good luck with your fart planet.
Yeah. Yeah.
She gets bored and she goes away.
Alright, so...
She'll end up talking to Jace, probably.
So the time starts to run out. Jace will be like, hey! Starts coming over to you, Bobby. Sorry, Kamaya.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, gosh, I was going to tell your captain, looks at a form for a while. Drobash? Is that it?
Yeah.
His friend's coming in. He'll be here in, looks like he's entering, the system.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go tell him. All right. Wait, we should move our ship. Oh, he can't know that we're here. Okay. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go get the boat.
All right.
Thanks, Jace.
Uh-huh.
Goes away. All right. She will, come back on the ship. All right, Remy.
Yeah.
Your old friend Ty is about to land. He entered the system a minute ago.
Well, I guess we should get out of here then.
I would say so.
Everything ready, S4?
Yes, Captain. Incidentally, I had to move the starship boot into your personal quarters. There wasn't room in the cargo bay.
That's really good attention to detail.
Well, I mean, we could have put it in the conference room.
No, the conference room is for conferences, Captain.
We don't have conferences.
The conference room is for ping pong.
What is ping pong?
Oh, it's
Is
a
that
game.
what the little shield was for? I disabled that.
What? You disabled my ping pong table?
So it would seem, Kamaya.
Okay, let's put it back on.
All right, let's just get out of
Let's
here.
get real
We'll figure out where to do with the boot later.
Where are we
All
going,
right.
Captain?
I guess we need to go to the Julius station. See if we can track down the production of these things.
Well, we know that they're going to be either on one of the two planets in this system that produces things, right? That's why they're all here.
So they have some, and they might make a few, but they don't they're barely ever bought. And for this entire system's worth of stockpile, they only had 500 of them. So it's unlikely that they make them in bulk here.
Right, I got the impression they didn't make them in bulk anywhere. That the manufacturing was few and far between because these aren't very popular yet.
You're not sure?
No,
Well, well, here's the thing. You know that someone must be, because if every single Star Destroyer in the First Order has them, They
had to have come from somewhere.
Yeah.
Right?
That is true.
So we need to go to... We should have asked here. I don't know why we didn't ask here. Did we not even ask?
Were they made? This I'm going to say Jace wouldn't have known.
Okay.
Captain.
Yeah.
Has the First Order secured the Star Forge?
The what now?
What?
Excuse me, Captain. I'm going to go plug into the HoloNet.
Alright. Before you do that, can you set a jump pattern for the Julius?
Yes. One moment, Captain. S4M goes and sits down at the astrogation terminal.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't the Julius system already in the computer?
You reverted back to the factory settings.
Quite right. Okay. Speaking of attention
all
to detail,
all of your radio presets
we're set. Yes, all of the radio presets are set back to not.
You click it, yeah. Click, yeah. Click, yeah. It's all it is now.
It's all the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so re-astrogating. One moment, Captain. Course laid in.
Right before you jump, you do see. You see, just for plot, you guys wouldn't know which ship it is, but just...
Well, I mean, we would know it's a big ship.
Yeah, so there's a pretty big ship that comes in, about Corvette size, and then off that comes some pretty, beefy cargo... they look like
haulers.
Massive cargo containers, but it's a ship, but there's a booster. And they start coming down towards the planet, and you... you even can do a light scan, and you see it has the registration code of what did I call it? The Surrett's imports. As you jump to hyperspace. Thanks for listening. To make sure you don't miss any big updates, follow us on Facebook at No Match for a Blaster, or on Twitter at No Match Podcast. If you enjoyed our show, please leave us a review on iTunes and visit our Patreon at patreon.com/moralityplays. No Match for a Blaster is a podcast by Morality Plays. Star Wars, Edge of the Empire, Age of Rebellion, and Force and Destiny are made by Fantasy Flight Games and Lucas Books. Our theme is by Kevin McLeod. Sound effects by Tristan Longren, Vindis, and Akmov. And I would like to thank my amazing players. Brandon playing Remy Drobash, Gerald playing S4M3L, and Bobby playing Kamaya Saris. And of course I'd like to thank you, our listeners, and we'll see you again soon in a galaxy far, far away.